Let me start with a question that might make you pause for a moment. Imagine this. If I told you that something as simple as setting aside just $10 every single day could not only transform your bank account, but rewrite the entire story of your life, would you believe me? Take a second to think about it. Most people wouldn't. They'd laugh it off. Because $10? It seems trivial, insignificant. It's the cost of a morning latte, a quick lunch sandwich, or that impulse buy on your phone that you forget about by dinner. But here's the deeper truth, the one that hits harder when you really let it sink in. It's not the $10 that's small. It's our mindset, our deeply ingrained habits around money that trap us in cycles of financial struggle, generation after generation. And today, I'm going to pull back the curtain on something profound, something most people only discover when they're staring at an empty retirement account or drowning in unexpected bills. This isn't hype. This isn't a quick fix scheme. This is grounded in cold, hard math, layered with the psychology of human behavior, and illustrated through real-world stories that mirror your own life. By the time we're done here, you'll see why saving $10 a day isn't really about the money at all. It's about reclaiming control over your destiny, building unshakable security, and unlocking a level of freedom that lets you live on your terms, not society's, not your boss's. Yours. Let's dive in, and let's do it step by step. Why most people feel broke. Now, let's explore the roots of the problem, because understanding this is key to breaking free. The strange reality is, most people don't feel broke because their paycheck is too small. No, they feel broke because their money slips away, silently, invisibly, through 1,000 tiny cracks in their daily routine. It's not the massive splurges that do the damage, like buying a luxury car on credit. It's the subtle, everyday choices that add up without us noticing. Think about it honestly. You don't wake up in the morning declaring, "Today, I'm going to sabotage my financial future." Instead, your inner dialogue sounds more like this. "It's only $5. What's the harm?" Or, "I worked hard this week. I deserve this." Maybe I'll start saving seriously next month when things calm down. Or even, "I make decent money. It'll all work out." And here's where psychology comes in. Your brain, that incredible but flawed machine, is hardwired for immediate gratification. Scientists call this present bias, a cognitive shortcut where we prioritize the pleasure of now over the pain or reward of later. It's evolutionary, designed to help our ancestors survive in a world of scarcity. But in today's world of endless temptations, it backfires spectacularly. That $10 today feels like nothing, a drop in the ocean. But compounded over time, and suddenly you're looking at thousands, tens of thousands, that could have been yours. Same exact money, just viewed through a different lens. Let me give you an example to make this real. Picture your weekly routine. That extra coffee run on Monday, the streaming subscription you barely use, the app purchases for games or convenience, each one just a few dollars. By weekend, you've leaked 50, maybe 100. Multiply by 52 weeks, and you're talking $5,000 vanished. Poof, gone into the ether. No wonder so many feel perpetually one paycheck away from disaster. The real math of $10. All right, let's shift gears and get into the numbers. No fluff, no exaggeration, just straightforward calculations, because seeing this on paper or in your mind changes everything. We're talking $10 every single day. Break it down monthly. $10 times 30 days equals $300 per month. Now yearly, 300 times 12, that's $3,600 in a year. Pause right there. Really let that number sit with you. If a friend or a stranger walked up and handed you $3,600 in cash right now, would you shrug and say, "Meh, that's small change"? Absolutely not. For the average person, that's a game changer. It could be the foundation of an emergency fund, covering unexpected car repairs or medical bills. It might fund a much-needed family vacation, recharging your spirit without going into debt. Or pay off lingering credit card balances, freeing you from high-interest traps. Perhaps it's the seed money for investing, starting a side hustle, or even donating to a cause you care about. And remember, this is pure saving. We haven't touched on growth through interest or investments yet. That's coming up. But already you can see how small transforms into substantial when consistency enters the equation. Let's go deeper with variations. Suppose your budget is tight. Start with $5 a day. That's $150 a month, $1,800 a year. Still meaningful. Or if you're ready to push, $15 daily, $450 monthly, over $5,000 annually. The point is, it's scalable. But $10, that's the sweet spot. Accessible, yet impactful. Time is the multiplier. Now, let's talk about the real magic ingredient, time. Because time isn't just a factor, it's the ultimate amplifier of your efforts, far more powerful than chasing a higher salary alone. If you commit to saving $10 every day, over 10 years, without any interest, that's $3,600 times 10, $36,000. Raw discipline in action. But introduce investing, even at a conservative 7% annual return, compounded, and watch what happens. Using basic compound interest formulas, that $36,000 in contributions grows to over $50,000. Let me emphasize that. $50,000 from $10 a day. Now extend the horizon. 20 years? Contributions $72,000, with 7% growth around $150,000. 30 years, $108,000 saved, ballooning to nearly $300,000. Scary part is, if you skip this, that daily $10 doesn't evaporate harmlessly. It gets spent on forgettable things, leaving your future self with zero. Every day unsaved is a quiet vote against your own prosperity. You're choosing convenience today over abundance tomorrow. Contrast this with high earners who save nothing versus modest earners who save diligently. Time levels the playing field. It rewards the patient, punishes the procrastinator. Think of historical examples. Warren Buffett started using young, and time turned modest sums into billions. You don't need his genius, just his patience. The psychology of small wins. Shifting back to the mind, because finance is 80% behavior, 20% math. Most financial advice misses this entirely. They preach extremes. Cut out all luxuries. Save half your income. Live like a monk. That approach crashes and burns. Why? Humans aren't robots. We thrive on progress, not deprivation. Change happens through positive reinforcement, not deprivation. Saving $10 a day succeeds because it's bite-sized, psychologically sustainable. Your brain doesn't rebel and scream, "This is too hard." Instead, it registers a quick win. Each day, you transfer that 10, and dopamine floods your system, the feel-good chemical of accomplishment. It's like checking off a to-do list, but for your wealth. Over time, these micro-victories build momentum. Confidence surges. You think, I did it today, I can do it tomorrow. Consistency becomes automatic. And consistency, that's the bedrock of true wealth. Not one big windfall, but thousands of small, steady actions. Studies back this up. Research from behavioral economists like Richard Thaler shows nudges, small prompts or automations, lead to massive long-term shifts. Another angle, habit stacking. Tie your saving to an existing routine, like after breakfast or before bed. Make it effortless. Soon, not saving feels wrong. You've rewired your identity from spender to builder. Why "I'll save later" is a lie. Time to get real, and a bit blunt. The phrase "I'll save later" isn't just a delay tactic. It's a self-sabotaging myth, the most costly lie we tell ourselves. Why? Because later is an illusion. It never arrives on its own. Life doesn't pause. Instead, as your income rises, so do your wants. This is lifestyle inflation,
a psychological trap where expenses balloon to match earnings. You get a raise, suddenly a nicer apartment seems essential. A premium gym membership, fancier groceries, more travel. Subscriptions multiply. Before you know it, you're back to living paycheck to paycheck, just at a higher level. No net gain. Wealthy individuals flip this script. They save first, aggressively, even when income is modest. They build the muscle of discipline early so when abundance comes, it amplifies rather than evaporate. Psychologically, procrastination stems from hyperbolic discounting, valuing future rewards less, even if they're larger. Break it by starting tiny, today, not tomorrow, because momentum now beats perfection later, every time. Real life example. To make this tangible, let's look at two hypothetical but very real people. Call them Alex and Jordan.
Similar jobs, similar cities. Alex saves nothing. Money comes in, goes out on dining, gadgets, weekend outings, feels fine day to day. Jordan commits to $10 daily, automates it. After 1 year, Alex, zero savings, maybe some creeping debt. Jordan, $3,600 plus peace of mind. Fast forward 5 years. Alex, still scraping by, stress mounting from life's curveballs like a job loss or health issue. Jordan, $18,000 plus, invested, growing to $25,000 with interest. Now, 10 years in, Alex, mid-40s, no buffer, anxiety about retirement looming. Jordan, over $50,000, a down payment on a home or seed for a business. But the deeper difference? Mental. Jordan sleeps soundly, knows options exist. Alex panics at every bill. This isn't fiction. I've seen it in friends, family, colleagues. Small choices compound into vastly different lives. The $10 system. Now, let's build your actionable plan, because knowledge without execution is worthless. This system is simple, stress-free, designed for real humans. Rule 1. Automate everything. Willpower is finite. It fades under fatigue or temptation. Use your bank's app. Set recurring transfers. $10 daily, or $70 weekly, or $300 monthly. Whatever fits your pay cycle. Make it invisible. Rule 2. Isolate the savings. Don't let it mingle with spending money. Open a high-yield savings account, online bank, maybe even a different institution. Out of sight, out of mind. Add barriers like no debit card attached. Rule 3. Track and celebrate. Use a simple app or calendar to mark each day saved. Never break the chain more than once. Miss a day? Forgive, but recommit. Rule 4. Scale gradually. Once 10 feels easy, bump to 15. Reward yourself non-financially. A walk, a favorite podcast. Rule 5. Review quarterly. Check growth. Adjust as needed. This isn't rigid, it's adaptive. Follow this and saving becomes second nature. Common excuses. We all have excuses. Let's dismantle the big ones, head on. First, I don't earn enough. Counter, that's precisely why this matters. Low income amplifies the need for efficiency. $10 is proportional. Start smaller if needed. 2, I have too much debt. Saving builds parallel habits. A small fund prevents new debt, gives leverage to negotiate old ones. Pay minimums on debt, save the rest. 3, I'll start next month or year. You won't. Inertia wins. Start imperfectly today. Even $1 shifts your mindset. 4, it's too complicated. Nonsense. Apps make it one click. 5, what if I need the money? That's the point. Emergencies happen. Having it saved beats borrowing. This isn't about amount. It's about becoming a saver. Identity drives action. What this really gives you. Beyond the dollars, saving 10 a day delivers intangibles, priceless ones. Peace. Knowing you're covered reduces daily worry. Options. Want to switch jobs, travel, start a family? You're empowered. Confidence. Proving self-control spills into other areas, health, relationships. Patience. Wealth builds slow, teaching delayed gratification.
Leverage. In negotiations, investments, life, a cushion means bolder moves. It's not just finance, it's a life upgrade. In the end, your future hinges on mundane moments. Not lotteries, not inheritances, but choices like this. Saving 10 a bay? Unremarkable on the surface, but ignoring it, that leads to regret at 60. Start now. Be consistent. Your future self is counting on you. Thank you.